bad and bougie. I'm the top news. They watching my moves. Hating me on the shade room. Yeah, I'm bad and bougie. Don't give me no rules. I do what I choose. Got your bitch watching on Zoom. Up the road, what's up, guys? It's your girl Sharice Mills, aka Bad and Boujee. We are back for another hot episode. You guys, last week we had Elise. Elise did such an amazing job. You know, she doesn't do too many podcasts, and I was so proud of her. I love supporting my friends doing great things. You know, she's working on this new film. You guys, I'm still waiting on that contract because, you know, I already said I want to be in that scary movie because I feel like I could be the villain of it. I'm gonna go after it. You guys, I got somebody so special sitting right across from me. I got another somebody special sitting right to my left. I can't wait. You know what? We just gonna bring them right in because this show is gonna be epic. Y'all ready? Welcome Lexi, Blow, and Loso to the Bad and Boujee podcast.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, so happy to be here.
What? Finally, we get you in the flesh, girl.
Finally.
I don't know if you guys saw her last episode with me. I don't even know what episode we on. We on like 24 now, huh?
Oh, wow.
Yo, we just rolling.
Yeah.
We moving and shaking in these
For
streets.
sure.
In
Because
these
I think
Vegas
I was
streets.
like 4 or 5, wasn't I?
Yeah, you was like in 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was like, yo, I got to get Lexi on the show, whether you hear in the flesh or on, you know, streaming. And she did such a great job, even though your kids like ran you on the balcony, didn't they?
Oh my God, yes, they did.
You remember that?
Yes.
Oh my God, welcome to Vegas, Loso.
Yes.
Thank you. I love being in Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas
you got to talk in the mic.
Vegas is a vibe.
You know how to get up on that. Get up on that. Okay, go.
Nah, Vegas is a vibe. I love being in Vegas. I've been in Vegas like 6 times already.
6 times.
The past like 6 months. So I'm like,
Oh wait, I was about to say 6 times is not a lot of times, but in 6 months,
Yeah.
okay, cool. That's like once a month.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, you gotta come. We gotta do a cookout or
You
something.
definitely. And I can cook.
You see how I throw down.
I could cook.
He can't throw it down.
He can
I had his cooking for the first time the other night. So.
What you know how to cook, Loso?
I could cook whatever, but I like to make like lemon pepper chicken. With like pesto roasted potatoes. It's bomb.
So how you gonna come up in the studio and not bring no food?
We ate it all.
We did.
There was
we fucked
none
that shit
left.
up. And it was before, you know. It was before.
I can't. You see, this is the treatment I get. When y'all look at this, y'all getting special treatment
he
today.
cooked it. I just ate it. So
Yeah, it's all right. I'm gonna just drink this Bel Air right here, y'all, because you know y'all just got me on a champagne diet.
popping bubbly.
You know, I'm gonna need. Hold up. I think I got it. You know, these nails here. All right, so Lexi, talk to me. What's going on?
Well, I mean, I'm just so booked and busy right now doing hostings. You know, my company Prevail is doing very well.
I see you branding it up, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know, everybody that comes on this show, I talk about, listen, push your brands. You know, you're not going to be young forever.
Facts.
You're not going to be dancing forever. You're not going to be singing forever. So you need to have other things, other sources of income, everything's rolling. What if you tired and you don't feel like doing it? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So have money coming in other ways.
Yeah,
you know?
that build that generational wealth.
Generational wealth, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Pop.
You know,
Yes.
you can't be on the Bad and Boujee podcast without getting some champagne.
Listen, I only expect the best from you, baby. I only expect the best from you.
Being here made me feel bad, bougie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you feeling Bad and Boujee? Okay. Listen, I'm gonna need to get some jewelry. I need a jewelry sponsor because, you know, I'm just saying, I feel like I need to be shining a little bit better now. You know what I'm saying?
Bling,
We gonna see by the end of this year. You know.
Pour it in there.
Okay.
It's
You want a
gum.
mint?
It's a gum in there.
That's my goals too.
You want
I'm
another cup?
Do we have another one?
Yeah, go grab another cup for him. Can somebody pass him a cup right there, please? You guys, look at
Like, I
you guys, I kid you not, I am so excited for this interview because so much has been going on.
Yeah.
So much has been going on in the TV world, behind the scenes, a lot of this and that talking and whatnot. And I just want to get to the bottom of it, right? I want to get to the bottom of.
Of course, you want to get to the bottom of it. Of course.
You know, I don't be about it all the time. But when I'm ready,
Yeah.
I get into it and I go straight to the source.
Right.
So the source is here.
Of course.
So talk to me. What happened with you and Gaia? Because, yo, that fight was epic.
You know, Gaia is just really who she is. After, you know, the whole thing happened and I actually got to not meet her, but see her again at the reunion, and I haven't talked to her. She came, we talked about it, and I was like, why did you attack me? Because I was the only person in the house really helping you. Like, you was outside butt ass naked, crying, say you want to get your stuff. Nobody was giving a fuck about you. I came outside. I'm like, give this girl her shit.
Why was she butt ass naked to begin with?
I don't know how it happened, but I know she did get jumped. So I don't know if they ripped her clothes off in the process or she took it off because she was wet, or I don't know, because I wasn't part of the jumping. I don't condone that. But yeah, so she felt like, I was set to jump her. So she felt like I was, still part of the jumping crew. And I'm like, sis, like, hello, I'm helping you get your bags. But,
right. So it was all a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So did y'all talk after that?
We never talked about it until the reunion. So at the reunion, we finally, got to talk about what happened.
I guess we can't talk about that yet because y'all spoke on the camera.
No,
right?
we didn't. This happened in the dressing room.
Okay, so tell me the behind the scenes tea. So how did that go?
I mean, her dressing room was next to mine, and I was getting my hair and makeup done, and I heard her voice, and I pretty much just, walked up to her, said hi. I wasn't aggressive. I was like, hey, what's up? How you been? She's like, she was in a good, happy mood, and she said everything was doing fine, and I was like, I have to bring up, like, what was the reason of you, attacking me?
Right.
And she just told me, a lot was going through her head. She said she has, like, is it called PSD or something like that? PTSD. And she felt like...
Man, I'm sorry, y'all. Everybody want to say they got this and that. Don't make that as an excuse for you to want to act out.
I don't think it's an excuse for her,
I'm tired of even people wanting to give kids these pills and popping them and telling them you got these issues. No, take extra time and take care of your children and stop giving them all these medications and want to give them excuses for acting stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. Because, my daughter... the doctor said that she has ADHD. And at first I did put her on the pills. But then when COVID happened and she was homeschooling, I felt like it was just her learning how to redirect her mind.
Hello.
And
send them to the Caribbean. Right. Yeah, if you send them to the Caribbean, give them some good food. Yeah. They'll be just fine. It's this damn processed food they're giving all these people. I kid you not. Yeah. And then you got them watching TV 24/7 on their phones 24/7. All these 5G stuff. What you think this radiation is doing to you? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So all you need is just to separate them from all all that rah-rah and then get back to house, right?
Because she hasn't taken her pills all school year long and she's had no problem.
You see?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. She won't be like Gaia trying to fight for no reason.
No, definitely not. She better have a reason. I'm gonna go whip her ass.
No. And we not throwing no shade on you, Gaia, or anybody that got PTSD, because I don't want y'all coming for bad and bougie. I'm just saying you don't need it. Just take care of yourself. Spend some extra time in developing those extra mental health things that you're going through. Like, work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I kid you not. I've had friends that had children with lisp issues and whatnot, and they took the extra time to help them, and now they don't. Right. If you don't, you're going to have it forever.
Right. Your brain is a muscle.
Your brain is a muscle.
I agree. And I think that sometimes there's kids that have really like big imaginations and they're very creative,
and that's okay.
And some people don't understand that, so they're like, "Oh, give them a pill because they gotta calm them down." No, let that kid actually like bloom and get to where they want to actually be as far as what they bring when I take them to. I was one of those kids. I was one of those creative ass little kids.
Oh, I can tell.
That was all over the place, and they're like, "Oh, he's too wild," and I'm like, "Damn, why can't nobody just understand what's going on in my head?" Like,
Did you have an imaginary friend?
I had a couple imaginary friends.
Stay in the mic, baby.
I had a couple imaginary friends when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Like I was like a lone kid. So I used to have like teddy bears, and I would like talk to my bears, like, and they'll give me advice. Well, to me, mentally, they'll give me advice, and to me, that wasn't crazy. It was just like that's how I kind of spoke to myself.
Right.
I put the inside me.
So you're the only child. You don't.
No, I have two older brothers, but they were older than me.
Oh, okay.
I was always like, I was a mama's boy. So I was always, it was always me and my mom and my little bears and my action figures. Okay.
I don't remember talking to like dolls and bears or anything like that. I don't know. I was real grown.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in TV, on camera, wearing my mama's shoes. I was always watching her soul make clothes. Like, I swear, I was older than I was.
Yeah.
So I didn't even want to play with toys. I was like, that's for babies.
No, I love me some Barbie dolls. I was a Barbie doll freak. Like I collected them up until I was like 16. I'm not even going to shame myself.
Right.
I love Barbie dolls. That was my shit. Like I wouldn't really play with them so much, but I would set it up like scenes and dress them up. And I just love to like look at it and then switch up the scene and, all the way down to like I had a dream house,
I used to steal one of my cousins, she was a tomboy. And we literally were like brothers and sisters almost. And I used to steal her Barbies and she used to take my boy action figures and we used to lock ourselves up and I'll play with her Barbie dolls and she'll put in my like action figures.
How old were you?
I was like 5, 6. I've always known that I was gay.
Right.
I always felt like that's how I feel.
A lot of people, that's like a thing where it's like, how do you know, do you encourage your child to be gay or do they make that decision themselves? And clearly, nobody encouraged you to play with them dolls. You did.
Yeah, they were pretty to me. Like they were pretty. That little dresses, the little shoes, and look at me now. Like that's
like
exactly what I'm doing.
Something that you just know. Yeah. You don't understand it, but you just know. You just attracted to them damn Barbie dolls.
You're lucky you wasn't raised in the Caribbean though, because they would have beat your ass.
But mind you, I'm Dominican. I'm Dominican, so it was hard
same too, right?
But something that my family was not. They were never like, don't do this, don't do that. It was always like, if you feel some type of way, you're some type of thing, be private about it. You don't have to like be everywhere. And,
no, I used to try to be a tomboy. Well, not try. I was a tomboy, and my mom wasn't having it. She said, "No, you're wearing that dress." No, and I would like want to climb trees. Anytime I go back home, I would come back with like new scars on my leg, and she'd be like, "What were you doing?" I was like climbing. She said, "You are a girl. Yeah. You're not supposed to be doing that." Like my mom, she was like, "Ain't no way, ain't no way." The first time she found out that I messed with a woman, she literally drank a whole bottle of Hennessy and had scriptures on my TV. For real? Like my mama don't play. Wow. She don't like, but to each his own. And at the end of the day, they still love you. I know your parents embraced you and still love you. It's just a matter of being true to yourself.
Right.
And I was a rebel as a kid. I would go against every current. I mean, we're Libras, so.
But that's the difference. See, I would say like I was smart. I definitely, hung out, I was in, the bars at like 14, 15 years old, clubs, saying I'm sleeping over somebody's house, going to movies and really hanging out. But I was always smart though. Like I was never like smoking weed and getting drunk, but I was still in the crowd. I was still hanging out, and I always had like this little sixth sense, like sixth sense, right? Sixth sense, right? Sense.
Cent or cents? Cents. Excuse me. Cents. Cent. 5 cents. $10. Sorry.
Not,
you know that
song? Okay, not the change, not the money, but you know what I'm talking about,
common
right?
sense. Yes.
Yeah. So I always knew when something was going to happen, and when I would choose not to hang out with my friends, they would get arrested.
Me too.
Fight would happen. Yo, every single time.
Damn, I should have called you. I'm kidding.
I just knew what's up. I was like, nah. I'm cool off of that.
I had that same thing. It's like it's almost like a gut feeling, like not today. Don't do that today.
Yeah.
Even though part of you is like, yeah, let's do it, but part of you is like, nah, I think something's gonna go down today.
So what happened? You here. You didn't have a sixth sense that we about to get into some tea.
Oh, I had the sixth sense, but I'm ready for it. Older, mature. I'm ready.
All right.
Cheers to that.
So let's get right to it. The reunion.
Right.
I know both of y'all was there. So I'm gonna get your take on it, and I'm gonna get your take on it. Who want to go first?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. There's not much I could say.
Yeah. I don't want to hear.
I mean, there's not much I could honestly say because you already know. Like I do.
Get in the mic.
I do work with Zeus, and I love working with them and the opportunities that they've given me. So,
So you can't speak your truth.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is out there. The truth was put out there.
That part.
So people did get kicked. People did get their wigs pulled off.
Yes.
But that happens in every reunion.
To an extent.
Yes.
Come on now. To an extent. To an extent. But hey, you gotta be ready for war. When you part of situations like this.
I think, I'm gonna speak on it.
Speak on it.
I don't think nobody would not expect, to come into confrontation. It is what it is. It's not the confrontation is the problem. It's how it was presented and put out there. You know, things were very one-sided, and it's never in the history of reunions has shit been one-sided like that before. So it's very different.
What you mean? Every time it's one-sided.
One-sided when it comes to protection, security, you know, things like that.
You know, and that's the thing I had a problem with on my reunion. I was like, yo, I want to have my own security, and they wouldn't let me. Right. I was like, why I can't have my own security? They're like, oh, we're not letting nobody that's not affiliated with Zeus on set. And I'm like, that's a liability, especially when I got like 5 girls that got issues with me. Right. You know what I'm saying? You think your 3 securities is going to be good? Right. Especially when I don't know if they got my best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? They're like, don't worry, Sharice, we know, you know, they know better. Right. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, I personally didn't have any personal problems with anybody on the show. If they had any problems with me, it was just off of, you know, hate, jealousness, or just petty shit. After the show, I'm really
So you didn't feel safe?
I felt, I didn't feel unsafe coming into it. But when I got there, coming from season 2, I definitely noticed and peeped a lot of shit that was different coming in for season 3. So I already knew shit was popping off different. So I was expecting something different, but not the way it played out. And what happened was, to me, it was foul, it was disgusting, and it is what it is.
I heard that you actually left set.
I did
3 times.
I did, because I was tired of that shit. I was seeing it going down, and I wasn't gonna be part of it. I showed up, my face, got my check. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to be arguing with bitches over nothing. The only person that had to talk to me was Jocelyn. And, you know, Jocelyn had all this energy for everybody else. You know what I mean? Me and Jocelyn, we was cool. But I wouldn't wish what she did on my worst enemy. I think what she did was foul. You know? Whether it's your best friend, your sister, your mom, I'm a Libra. If I see you doing something wrong, it's wrong. I don't care. I'm not going to ride for shit that's wrong. Not for a check, not for TV.
So you guys fell out because you stood on what you felt was wrong, right and wrong.
Yes. I mean, I guess she felt like she had a problem because I was on live with a girl that I know, you know, Bunny Rex, because she did Big Lex's show. But I know half of Big Lex's cast, and I'm gonna talk to whoever I want to talk to, and I'm not gonna be mad at my friends' blessings if that's what they chose to do, and that has nothing to do with me. And Jocelyn shouldn't have to worry about that, because I'm not interfering. Well, why would I bite off the hand that feeds me? Why would I disrespect Jocelyn or what she got going on because she had put me on that platform to keep doing what I got going on? So it was never no animosity, like none of that. So for real, it was just, you know, these new bitches talking, doing the most, making the most about things that are really not that deep. But
well, you know, I think when people get their little 5 seconds, they take it and try to run with it. And maybe, you know, it was a lot that they weren't really prepared for, and they acted out of character. Speaking of Big Lex, you know, she was on my show recently.
I heard.
Yes, she was on my show, and she's actually mad cool. I feel like I spoke to her after we was on air, and I was like, hey, so, you know, my girl Lexi's coming on the show next week, She's like, oh. I was like, so what's your issues? Like, what? She's like, I really don't got an issue with her, but she was on live saying this, that. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to talk to Lexi.
Let's talk about the live. Let's just get straight to it. Let's just get straight to it. Because I want to know,
maybe if y'all both don't got problems with each other, but then you both don't like each other, what is the problem?
I mean, I'm going to say the same thing. There really is no problem. I think it's just really a misunderstanding. And it had to do with the same situation. Me going on live with Bunny Rex. How Jocelyn and Big Lex both mad at me for going live with this girl. Like, I didn't even watch Big Lex's show. You know, I'm so busy with what I got going on. Our show coming out on Sundays too.
Girl, you had to see some of the clips though.
I seen the clips on Instagram and stuff like that. And I did follow the Now What's TV page and the Baddies Collection. Is that Baddies Collection T? Or I don't know. I did follow those 2 pages, so I did see the clips, but I didn't watch the show. I didn't know
in its entirety.
Right. I didn't know what I'm trying to say is I didn't know the intense conflict that Bunny Rex and this girl had.
Got it.
So you know, I'm busy. Don't even know what my best friends got going on, let alone what Bunny Rex got going on.
And that's why I didn't know what you guys had going on either, because I'm cool with both of you guys, and I actually support the both of you. So I felt like it was the need to bring that together to figure it out, squash it, and keep it pushing. Because what I do like about the both of you is that you both have moved on and built this empire deriving from the same show. From Jocelyn's Cabaret season 2, from Jocelyn Cabaret season 2 and 3 for you. You know what I'm saying? So why not just let bygones be bygones and keep it pushing and elevate each other? Because real talk, you've developed a huge brand and so has she.
Right.
Just win together.
Yeah, I completely agree. It just it's a misunderstanding. But when you go directly on live with it, it becomes a bigger issue than what it had to be. You know what I mean? Like she could have asked me, what was going on. And, same thing with Jocelyn. And
well, that's what happened with the Raven thing. Because remember, a lot of people were hitting me up. Oh, Raven's talking about you, Sharice. Raven's talking about you. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't even know the girl. So you know what I did? I didn't go on live and say, what's that? I went straight to a message. I say, hey, you said something about me? What's going on? Nipped it right in the butt. Right. So maybe Big Lex probably should have just hit you straight up and been like, yo, what's this about? And I didn't respond
to, Big Lex. I'm like, if the time comes, I just had so much bigger stuff to worry about, you know what I mean? Because that same situation now is a problem between me and Jocelyn. You know what I mean? So I had to worry about that before, anything between me.
So you see how things can linger and to where both of y'all don't even really have a real issue with each other. Imagine if you really just dealt with it and moved right on.
Right.
You feel me?
It doesn't have to be imaginary,
so we're doing it then.
We can hit each other up. It's she knows I've never had no real issue with her and same vice versa. And I never had anything bad to say about the show. Big ups to her, for what she's doing.
Yeah, and, I heard they're number 28 on the App Store right now.
That's really good.
That's major.
That's really good.
Okay.
Worldwide,
boo boo.
That's bomb.
That's bomb.
Yeah.
That's numbers that Zeus is doing too.
That's bomb. That's bomb.
Okay, more power to her.
Proud of her for doing that. I really am. And just the network in general,
Yes.
The other girl on there from Zeus Network has a show on there too.
Lucky, I think.
Lucky is, but I wasn't talking about Lucky.
Who?
Special K.
Oh, yeah.
She has the, what is it, South Baddies? I don't know, Central South something. But yeah, I see little clips of her, doing her little thing too, so.
See, and that's what it's about, you guys. When you're on these shows, you got to figure out what are you going to do afterwards, right? Like for me, I've built this Bad and Boujee brand and I've used it to help elevate and push what I got going on, whether it be my acting, my singing, my podcast, products. I love that you guys are branching off and doing other things. As long as you don't try to bring others down while doing it. I don't believe in that. And that's why I really felt the need to bring that up because I was like, and that's why maybe Jocelyn is having issues with these girls is because maybe she don't want people to elevate with her.
That's much clear, as she girl. Says that's she clear, does. Girl. That's clear.
One thing I will say is clear.
That is clear.
I need you to speak in the mic, Mister. I can't talk.
That's definitely one thing that I really do agree with. I feel like seeing women on different shows, I think that there should be a difference of when you're filming a show and then when you're done with the show. Right. One thing that I witnessed is, if you film a show in November and you already know what you filmed and now the show is airing to the world 6 months later, you should not be having beef over what happened.
You already knew what happened.
Yeah, you already knew it happened. No matter how it's turned into, you knew that it happened. So now that you're out of a show, it's like, you should be elevating each other and pushing each other forward to create your own businesses or even working together and using that name to create your own household.
Yes. And for me, the problem is even if she wasn't doing that, you know what I'm saying? This is your show, okay? So season 1, you bring girls on, it didn't work out. You ended up just bringing Lucky and Sapphire. You said 4 girls was going to go to Vegas. Only 2 of us came.
Do you think maybe it's not just her? Maybe it could also be, other powers that be?
At the end of the day, whatever the powers may be, if you're going to turn it into a competition, then you need to be fair to your own rules of your competition.
That's true.
No matter if you don't like the person or not, matter she called you a bitch or whore or whatever, oh fucking well, she needs to come back to the next season.
It's like being a stripper, like you was telling me last night. You know what I mean? You get to the bag, you get your money and keep it pushing. You may not like the girl you work with, but y'all smile in front of the customers, and then once the night's over, you out.
Right. And if you can't smile and do all that, I mean, you have shows that keep the same cast and keep to the rules.
Absolutely.
They might fight one season, be best friends the next season, and date each other's way. Like, that's part of reality TV. You want so much control, you're not even following your own rules, that the storyline is, people was asking me, like, well, where was the money at this season? And why the girls that made it are not on tour? But then season 4, she only bring 2 girls, and she knew that Big Lex and Lucky did music, but now this season, all of a sudden, fans are asking me these questions like it's my show. Like, it's all over the place, to be honest with me. And for me to really want to sit there and grow with the show and have them figure out and see this, dream that she had since a little girl, or put it together, I'm trying to figure out what it is.
What you laughing at over there? Yo, you see Loso. Loso, you so sneaky. You have so much to say, but don't want to say nothing.
No, you know what it is? The different. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. The thing with me is that since I work with women, I've always been one of those guys. I'm a mama's boy, so I never disrespect women because I work with women. I have my opinions, and I will always be, I will always express my opinions, but I never want to come off as like I'm bashing a woman, because it's different for a gay guy. Like, if I'm bashing a woman, oh my God.
I'm not bashing
not saying that you're bashing, but as a female, you can sit here and say, and knowing that you're being hated on, you can sit here and say this and this and that, this and this and that about a girl because she is hating on you. But then, let's say with my situation, like, nobody really knows what really happened between me, Chanel, and da-da-da. And
what happened?
Nothing really.
I mean, I
really was sitting there and I'm like, is this gotta be for TV, man?
But it was real.
So tell us.
It was real. It was really over exaggerated.
It was over exaggerated. Okay, this is what really happened. So, we were filming for like a month in Vegas, and I mind my business. When I'm on set, I'm getting my bag, I'm doing my makeup. I was doing makeup on Jocelyn the whole season. I'm minding my business. I stood out of everything. I'm not gonna sit here and like listen to what you're saying or anybody and go back and report. I don't do that. I'm not a follower.
Right.
So there was one night where something crazy happened, and we all got back to the house, and Amber had said something in the heat of the moment of what was going on. I was lit. We were all lit. I'm gonna be honest, I became alcoholic in Vegas after that, because everything, that was my first time. Not that I've not done show, but that was my first time seeing a whole show with a bunch of female and seeing all the drama come out of nowhere. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, y'all fighting for this for no reason. Like, what is going on? So I started drinking even more than what I used to. So that night she mentioned something, and I was like, oh shit, she really went there with it. I went home minding my business, and then the next morning, I don't know what happened in the house that day, but Chanel had called me, and she's like, oh, be careful, because Jocelyn is going to go off on you. She said she's going to attack you, blah, 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 blah. And me in my head, knowing how, she is, I was more of like, oh my God, if she does, how would I react? Would I attack a woman? I didn't know. So the first thing I did was that I hit up certain people, and I'm like, this is what's going on. It's not that I'm afraid to go to the house. I still had to go do my work. I wanted to make sure that it was not that serious.
Right.
So even though me and Chanel were not friends, we would have conversations, and her telling me that, it kind of like worried me. So when I got to the house and I got there and Jocelyn was like, hey, I'm like, oh, so it wasn't that serious. It wasn't true.
So she was shit starting.
So in my head, once I started to think about it, because as a Libra, once I could put 1 and 2 together, I'm realizing, okay, so Chanel tried to do this to try to get Amber out, to try to take Amber, whatever the girls were going through. But when I walked into the house, an hour or 2 hours after she had told me what happened, I was, a little shaky. Because we had the cabaret that night. We had a lot
of shit going on.
There was a lot going on.
In that scene, we was getting our nails done. Like,
I walked in right into it.
Right.
She had said, "Come, you want to prove that you're not lying? Come on." Da da da.
Who said that?
Jocelyn. It wasn't even. We was done on set.
So she put you on the spot.
Yeah. So me defending myself, knowing that I ain't have nothing to do with nothing, I'm like, F it, I'll defend myself because I'm not gonna sit here and let somebody talk about me and it be a lie. So, you know, it was in the heat of the moment, and what I was defending was that I did not say what was said that I said.
And what was that?
Which was, we didn't need Jocelyn on set, or we don't need her. Who needs her? Da, 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 da.
Yeah, you never said that.
And in my head, it's like, bitch,
I don't see you saying that.
I've been a fan of Jocelyn since I was like, 50,
How
60
can
when
you
Love and
not
Hip
need
Hop
Jocelyn
days.
on something that's called Jocelyn's Cabaret?
So for
Don't make no sense.
Chanel to had called me and told me Amber said that I said that, I was already heated and pissed because me and Amber actually did get kind of cool. I live for Amber. I love her personality. I think she's good for TV. So for me, it was just like, damn, Amber, you really said that I said that shit? And in my head, I was like, oh, she probably thought that I mentioned what she said the day before.
Oh, so she was trying to cover up her situation.
So in that and she was trying to cover up a situation. And they were all kissing ass. And I don't kiss ass. If y'all want to kiss ass to be shaking your ass in a bootleg cabaret, then y'all do that.
Yeah.
Bootleg?
Bootleg. Yeah. If y'all want to be.
It was bootleg because, I mean, they didn't have money for people to tip. Like,
what?
No, the tip money that I got that, you know, Lollipop was mad about was people coming out their own pockets and tipping me. And I'm just such a good performer. People was coming out their personal pockets.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Me.
What's the Lollipop situation? Because you just like emphasized
Lollipop
this.
situation was there's a scene where she's sitting in a dressing room and she's big mad. I'm not paying attention. I'm working, I'm dancing, I'm doing, you know what I mean? I come back to the dressing room and she's sitting there, she got this mad face. And I'm like, what's the problem? And she was like, oh, since they want to give you a bag so you could collect your money, I want a bag too. I want a bag too and go make money. I'm like, okay, so get out the dressing room and go make your money then. She's like, no, we're in this together. We're supposed to split the money. At the end of the day, I'm doing a show. Because if I really was in a strip club,
yeah,
you know
the
what I
bag
mean?
would have been real big.
It's different. You know what I mean? We just doing this for TV. I'm not even really worried about the money on the floor. I know I went to, you know, production and I said, just clean it up. They know and seen
that it was
these
for
people
you.
tipping me.
And I was there. We were there. I was there. There was a moment where
I don't get the whole splitting shit. I'm sorry. If some stuff is sent to me, I ain't splitting nothing.
You're not.
And I was there.
You don't split.
And I'm not. I don't even do that shit. But ain't no way.
There was a moment where she was dancing on her own, and people were throwing a whole bunch of dollars at her. So in my head, that would have been my money too. I ain't sharing my shit with nobody.
Period.
And that's the money that she was talking about. Mind you, I'm clearly all the fans and everybody that came sending me all the videos. So when that episode came out, I was reposting like all the stuff that the fans were sending me, and people could clearly see. They was like, Lexi Blow, you was making that money. And I have a lot of dancers that follow me. They're like, oh, you was making that money. You don't gotta split that money with nobody. And if you were and you was coming in as a team, baby, if we were splitting money together, you would not have been sitting in the dressing room while I'm busting my ass on that dance floor because you wasn't present on that bag. So that bag still wasn't yours. You know what I mean? If you want to get down to strip club rules, but you know.
But this wasn't even really strip club rules.
It wasn't.
You're
There's
shooting
no
a
one
scene.
step by. You're shooting a scene
for a show.
Right.
And if people are throwing you money, this ain't no regular cabaret.
Exactly. So what you so pressed about the money that you said,
I get it.
oh, I don't care about that little change. But you cared enough about it. You know, I think maybe she had too much to drink. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this because they do get you drunk for these scenes. They'll have you come on set at whatever time and then you don't film for 10 hours and they have you drinking for those full 10 hours just so that you can act a fool. So I completely get that.
I think that's what it was because after that situation, Lollipop didn't have nothing to say to me about it. She only had something to say about it when she was drinking.
Got it.
So I was like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, you know, but it was only a little bit of money. And, you know, I was like, I'm going to split it anyways because I'm just a nice person like that.
So you still split it?
I still split the money.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I told Jocelyn. I was like, Jocelyn, I didn't come in. I mean, it would have been a nice.
I don't give a fuck how you feel.
Right. It would have been a nice couple little $100 for me. I'm not going to hold you. But I thought bigger than that because, you know, I'm the captain at the time, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking like, some of these girls like Amber, you know, they never danced in a strip club before.
So they really don't know the etiquette either. Is that what you're saying?
So making money and all that wasn't really, you know, my focus. It was really.
That's very big of you.
Right.
That's very big of you. And I hope these girls are watching this to understand and don't just listen to the parts that bother you. Listen to it in its entirety, because sometimes the blogs will pick up certain snippets,
right,
and it'll just talk about that one part and they don't hear it to its entirety, right, to understand where it resolved. Yes, you're speaking of a situation, but you're not speaking of a situation to start the situation over. We're just talking about it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I hope that you guys see that she's resolving to say, hey, I still did split the money because I wanted to be a bigger person and set an example. So that's what it's about. Right. But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't split that shit.
Right.
Real talk.
Everybody in my DMs, everybody was telling me, I shouldn't have split the money. But like I said, my mind was on something different.
Right.
And there was girls that never danced in a strip club before and, things like that. Right. So I'm just trying to keep the energy going, trying to keep the show going, trying to keep them out on the floor, you know.
And I can't lie, you did. Being there,
I was the only one out there the whole
giving
time.
a whole mother vibe when it came to it. It wasn't like it's not like a hater where a hater don't want you to come up or help you or push you.
Right.
She was sitting here giving advice, trying to help them. Right. And I always say weak people see great people as their competition.
Yes.
Because to me, I wouldn't want to be in no game if it's not with the best of the best.
Period.
So if you are literally the best of the best because you're coming from another season, then they should look at it as, I want to be next to her. Right. I want to see what she's doing and I want to be there.
I felt really attacked even from episode 1. So like all that women empowerment shit that she said is fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Because if we was on that type time, you know what I'm saying? When we came into the house, it would have been like, this is Lexi Blow and Chanel. They've been through this before. You need help with anything. You need to learn how to dance. You know what I mean? We want to make this cabaret great, bitches. Let's make this cabaret great, bitches. But they already had animosity from the jump. You know what I mean? Like, they don't like me because I came from season 2. Baby girl, how about I don't like you because you just didn't have to go through season 2 and you just put in a little audition tape and now you're here to season 3. You didn't go through the bullshit that I went to season 2 to come. So in reality, I should be mad at you because you got the easy ride. How you mad at me? That don't make no sense. And if you think I'm going to overshine you on the show, then that's a personal issue. Right. Like, you get what I'm saying?
And that's what I say. It comes to people's insecurities. Because I'm somebody who, we're human and we all have little insecurities. But when you're good at something, like, I'm pretty sure when it comes to somebody says, give me a note, you're not insecure about that one note.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that part. So to me, it's just like when you're not insecure when it comes to your talent, you would never feel insecure about someone else and their talent.
No, and I've never felt that way.
Insecure as fuck.
I work at the biggest clubs. I work with the biggest dancers. You know what I mean? I'm a well-known dancer even before Jocelyn's Cabaret. I could work at any club. Anybody tells you I've never got into arguments over money on the floor. I'm very professional, very classy, and I make a fucking bag. And they know Lexi Blow. If they don't know Lexi Blow, then they know just Blow, because there's a lot of clubs where I just went by Blow. But
I want to know why Blow. Why Lexi Blow?
Because, my ass is soft like white powder, baby.
Oh, shit. Okay, y'all heard it. Lexi Blow got her name because her ass is soft like white powder. I'm going to sip on that one.
Wait, can I have a little bit more?
Oh, you want some more? Okay, hold on. We're taking a champagne break, y'all. Sam.
Ding, we're here.
Cheers. Oh my God.